Hey there, science fans. Welcome back to another episode where we break down the coolest tech trends and make them super easy to understand. Today, we're diving into the exciting and sometimes mysterious world of cryptocurrency. You've probably heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those digital coins making headlines, but there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. Get ready to learn about something called a flash loan. It's one of the most fascinating and powerful tools in the crypto universe, and it's changing the way people think about borrowing and lending money online. Imagine, for a moment, being able to borrow a huge amount of money, sometimes millions of dollars, without needing to put up any of your own assets as collateral. Sounds wild, right? But here's the catch. You have to pay it back in the same transaction, and I mean instantly. The entire process happens in just a few seconds, or even less. That's a flash loan in a nutshell. It's a super fast, high-stakes way to access big funds for a very short time. These loans are like superpowers in the crypto world. They give you the ability to make huge moves like trading, arbitrage, or refinancing, all in the blink of an eye. The best part, you can borrow tons of cryptocurrency without putting up any security or collateral. It's all based on trust in the technology, not the person. But remember, you've got to be quick. If you can't repay the loan within the same transaction, the whole deal falls apart. You need to repay the loan within the same transaction, or else the system automatically cancels everything, and it's like it never happened. If you don't pay it back instantly, the entire transaction is reversed, and you're right back to where you started. No harm, no foul. Flash loans are possible because of something called smart contracts. These are special programs that live on the blockchain and make sure all the rules are followed automatically. Think of smart contracts as digital referees. They watch over every step, making sure the loan is repaid instantly. If not, they cancel the whole thing without anyone needing to step in. Thanks to smart contracts, everything happens instantly and securely, giving you a taste of just how powerful and innovative the crypto world can be. Let's say you want to bake a giant cake for your school's bake sale. You need a lot of flour, but you don't have any cash on hand. A flash loan would be like borrowing a truckload of flour from the bakery next door, using it to bake your cake, selling the cake at the bake sale, and then paying back the bakery for the flour, all within the same afternoon. That's the beauty of flash loans. They let you do amazing things you couldn't do otherwise, as long as you can pay back the loan super fast. One of the most popular ways people use flash loans is for something called arbitrage, a clever strategy that takes advantage of price differences between markets. Arbitrage is a bit like being a savvy shopper who spots a great deal. Imagine you're walking through two different stores and notice that the same product is being sold at very different prices. For example, let's say you see a popular video game on sale for just $20 at one store, but you know that another store nearby is selling that exact same game for $50. You could buy the game for $20 at the first store, then walk over to the second store and sell it for $50. That's a $30 profit, simply by noticing and acting on the price difference. This is the basic idea behind arbitrage. In the world of cryptocurrencies, arbitrage works in a similar way, but everything happens much faster and on a much larger scale. Instead of people, computer programs called arbitrage bots do the work automatically. These bots constantly scan different crypto exchanges, looking for price differences in the same cryptocurrency. When they spot an opportunity, they use flash loans to instantly borrow money, buy the crypto at the lower price on one exchange, and then sell it at the higher price on another exchange, all within seconds. The profit made from this quick trade is usually more than enough to pay back the flash loan, and the rest is kept as pure profit. This process can happen hundreds or even thousands of times a day, generating steady income for those who set up these bots. It's almost like having a tireless robot assistant that never sleeps, constantly searching for price differences across markets and making money for you automatically, all thanks to the power of flash loans and smart programming. Another way people use flash loans is for something called front running. It's a little bit sneaky, but it's important to understand how it works. Imagine you're in line to buy a concert ticket and someone cuts in front of you. That's kind of what front running bots do. They see your transaction waiting to be processed and then quickly submit their own transaction ahead of yours. They can do this because they use flash loans to pay a higher transaction fee, which incentivizes the network to process their transaction first. This lets them buy the cryptocurrency you were going to buy before you can, potentially driving up the price and making it more expensive for you. MEV stands for miner extractable value. This is a term you might have seen floating around in the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency, but what does it really mean? At its core, MEV refers to the extra profits that miners or validators can earn, beyond the standard block rewards and transaction fees, by strategically choosing which transactions to include, exclude, or reorder within a block. Imagine a blockchain as a long list of transactions waiting to be processed. Miners have the power to decide the order in which these transactions are added to the blockchain. By doing this, they can sometimes extract additional value for themselves, especially if certain transactions are more profitable than others. This process is what we call MEV. MEV can actually be a good thing in some cases. It provides an extra incentive for miners to keep the network running smoothly and securely. The potential for higher rewards encourages more people to participate in mining, which can help strengthen the overall security of the blockchain. However, there's a downside. MEV can also be harmful, especially when it leads to practices like front-running. This is when miners or bots spot a profitable transaction and quickly insert their own transaction ahead of it, taking advantage of regular users and sometimes causing them to lose money or miss out on opportunities. To help you understand, think of MEV like a toll booth on a busy highway. Every car or transaction has to pass through the booth to get to its destination. The miners, acting as toll collectors, can charge a fee for each car that passes. But they can also decide which cars go first and even rearrange the line to let the highest paying cars through before the others. MEV is like the toll collector shuffling the cars around, making sure the ones willing to pay the most get through first, even if it means some cars have to wait much longer. This can create an unfair experience for regular drivers, or in our case, everyday crypto users. The world of MEV is complex and constantly evolving. The important thing to remember is that MEV is a real phenomenon, and it can have a significant impact on how you trade or interact with cryptocurrencies. Being aware of it can help you make smarter decisions and better understand the risks and rewards of blockchain technology. Let's say you want to buy 100 tokens of a cryptocurrency called Rocket Coin. You submit your order to the blockchain. An MEV bot sees your order and knows that buying 100 Rocket Coins might increase the price. The bot quickly uses a flash loan to buy 50 Rocket Coins right before your order goes through. This drives up the price of Rocket Coin. Now, your order to buy 100 Rocket Coins is executed at a higher price than you originally intended. The MEV bot then sells its 50 Rocket Coins at the new high price, making a profit. This is a simplified example, but it shows how MEV bots can take advantage of your trades to make money. One way to protect yourself from MEV bots is to use a decentralized exchange, or DEX, that offers something called limit orders. A limit order lets you set the maximum price you're willing to pay for a cryptocurrency. Another way to protect yourself is to use a DEX with built-in protection against sandwich attacks. These DEXs use various techniques to make it harder for MEV bots to front-run your trades. Remember, the crypto world is constantly evolving, so it's important to stay informed and take steps to protect yourself.